Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Team B. How are you this morning? Did you have enough excitement today so far? This is the best part of the day. So welcome to the Team B Moving On ceremony. And good morning to all of the family and friends who have gathered here to celebrate all of the accomplishments of the 8th grade class of 2022 and the high school class of 2026. My name is Megan Webb, and I am the very proud principal of the Galvin Middle School. I'm especially proud on a day like today, when we get to pause and honor all of the hard work, the dedication, and the perseverance that got our graduates to the ceremony today. We were lucky earlier this morning to have a visit from a celebrity guest. Mr. David Ortiz, former Red Sox player, did come to speak with the students this morning, and he had a great message. He had lots of wonderful things to say within his talk with students, but one of the key things was that students should recognize and know that their families, their parents, their grandparents, their aunties, their uncles are their first and best friends in life, and that they will be with you through all, of course, all of your middle school years and far beyond. So I think it's fitting that we take a moment to acknowledge all of the parents, the caregivers in the audience, and that I hope you all feel on a beautiful morning like this that all of the work that got your students here was worthwhile. I know you spent many late nights, many early mornings, lots of help with homework, with heartache, and with the trials and tribulations of growing up. Your support, your tough love, and your understanding got all of your children here today for this moment. So 8th graders, please give a round of applause to all of the caregivers who are here with you today. They do mean it. This group of students is very special to me. They are my first graduating class in my first year here at the Galvin Middle School, and they did a lot to teach me what it is to be a Galvin General. This 8th grade class in particular showed all of us what it looks like to re-enter a traditional school year after unrest and disruption, to rebuild relationships, in-person friendships, and to bring back some of our treasured traditions. I think we can all acknowledge, whether we're a student, an adult, no matter what our role in life is, that the last couple of years showed us the importance of community, the importance of seeing each other in the hallways, in class, at games after school, sometimes in very large groups at McDonald's, in Dunkin' Donuts, and other places that used to be mundane now seem very special. All of these moments are newly treasured for us this year, and special traditions, especially one like today, take on some new importance. So I know we've had lots of fun in the last couple of months with events like your night spot, your trip to Washington, D.C., the final dance on Friday night, chaos on the Common yesterday, and of course bringing us all here together for this ceremony. So I hope you take a moment to appreciate even just the fact that we can be together here today. And to all of my 8th graders, thank you so much for teaching me in my first year at the Galvin. You filled my days with joy, and yes, sometimes quite a few headaches. But from all of it, from all the ups and downs, I've learned so much from what we've experienced together. We do a very special ceremony planned for you today, and before I pass the mic to Mr. Tetrault, I have a request for you, and that is that you take the lessons that you learned here at the Galvin in your next steps to high school and beyond. You take the lessons that the pandemic taught you, how to build a community even when we are apart, how to engage fully in life and learning when atypical connections are severed, and how to learn and thrive regardless of the barriers placed in your way. You can use barriers as learning experiences to chart your future, to become amazing adults and leaders, and to serve the world that is so in need of your care. And with no further ado, I will turn the program over to Mr. Tetrault. And Mr. Tetrault, it is my honor to turn this class over to you.
Thank you, Mrs. Webb. Good morning, families and friends, staff members, and most importantly, our 8th graders from Team B. During this morning's ceremony, we will celebrate and highlight our resilient 8th graders and give them the recognition they so aptly deserve. Our ceremony will begin with our incredibly talented 8th grade chamber chorus, who will sing a song from one of my personal favorite movies, The Greatest Showman. After the musical number, we will spend some time honoring the 8th graders from Team B and their excellence in various content classroom subjects. Following these awards will be our prestigious administration awards, named after some former inspirational Galvin people. Finally, we will conclude our ceremony with the presentation of the 8th grade Moving On certificates. Here's the instructions. It's also a refresher for the kids. During the presentation of the Moving On certificates, I will read 10 students' names at a time. Once a student's name is read, that student will stand at their seat. Once the last student's name is read, all 10 students will exit their row on their left, walk up and receive their certificate, and then line up to be congratulated by Mrs. Webb and Mrs. Hammer. At this time, family members will have an opportunity to capture a photo of our honored students. After a few seconds, our students will make their way to their seats while we begin the recognizing of the next 10 8th graders. At the conclusion of our ceremony, Mrs. Hammer will address our 8th graders one row at a time, and they will proceed out to the front of our building, where parents and family members can meet up with students for pictures. We respectfully ask that everyone makes their way to the front of the building at the end of the ceremony so that we can prepare and set up for the next ceremony. So next up, we would like to welcome our talented 8th grade chamber chorus, who will be performing A Million Dreams from the motion picture The Greatest Showman. And there are some Team B students, a part of chamber chorus. We'll give them a minute to get placed.
Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. We can build, every room inside is filled with things from far away.
was so good. And a cappella, too. Like, that is so impressive. Well done, chamber chorus. Over the past 4 years, you may have heard us mention our I Care core values. So many of our students have consistently demonstrated our core values of excellence within the classroom, and we may remember at times while Zooming over the past couple of years. For this part of our ceremony, we would like to recognize many of the Team B students who have day in and day out given their all for these various subjects. First up will be the music department and the Director's Awards for Excellence in Band, Chorus, and Orchestra, and our music department is made up of Mr. Morell, Mr. Riley, Ms. Demento, and Ms. Bowen. It has been amazing to watch these musicians grow over the past 4 years at the Galvin. We are so proud of these students for working hard at their craft every day during rehearsals, private lessons, and performances. These students lead their section with confidence and are excellent role models to their peers. They have exceptional work ethic, and their achievements at the Galvin have ensured that they will be successful as they transition to the high school next year. These students go above and beyond by participating in junior district festival ensembles, drama club, orchestra club, jazz band, chamber chorus, and marching band. Congratulations on the following students for your amazing achievements. First recipient of the Director's Award for Chorus, and you'll receive your award and come on up, is Lucy Spry. Gives you a little time to find it. Yeah. The next recipient for the Director's Award for Band is Nicholas Walczewski. And the Director's Award for Orchestra, Lucy Wagner. The Outstanding Musician Award is going to a person who participated both in band and orchestra, Nicholas Qatar. Our next awards are from our amazing art department, made up of Miss Seveny and Mrs. Whalen. Both of these staff members have inspired creativity and artistic talent in many of our 8th graders, even with many of our students here who didn't think they had an eye for art. We will now present the 8th grade Visual Arts Award for Team B students. This year's art awards go to students who care deeply about their artwork and who work consistently to grow and improve. These students have earned this recognition with their hard work over the last 4 years. It has truly been a pleasure to have them in class. Our first recipient is a talented artist with a wonderful sense of design who also has fun with art making. The student is a hard worker and a creative problem solver. The student invests in their work, and we are very sure they will continue to do great things in the future. Congratulations to Tessa Duarica. Our next recipient is a talented and thoughtful artist. The student was an art club member. The student truly invested in their work, and their craftsmanship is excellent and is continuing to grow in their practice. We know this student has great things ahead of them. Congratulations to Kyler Dennison. And the final recipient is a self-motivated, hard-working artist. They have enjoyed watching their work evolve over the years. They are a creative force in the art room with unique solutions and high craftsmanship. We look forward to seeing what they can do in the future. Congratulations to Addison Butlin. Our science, technology, engineering, and math courses, or more commonly called our STEM classes, have had our students learning about the design process through hands-on projects like the creation of CO2 race cars to gadgets made by 3D printers, from the invention of robotic arms through upcycling and coding digital sphero balls to complete a maze. We welcome Mrs. Holder and Ms. Palmer, our STEM teachers, to present the Excellence Awards in Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math.
Hi, everyone. My name's Mrs. Holder. I'm new to the Galvin. This is my second year here. These students have an unmistakable passion for the engineering and design world. Both award winners were methodical, reflective, and sought to improve their growing design skills. They worked fluidly and thoroughly through every problem presented to them, and their solutions openly displayed their knowledge, mental stamina, and desire to improve the world around them. Both Mrs. Palmer and I, as a department, are confident that these students will continue to contribute to the ever-evolving world of science, technology, engineering, and just a little bit of math. We wish you all the best of your future endeavors and encourage you to keep asking questions and finding solutions. And these both, we have two to go to: Abigail Lannon and Kyler Dennison.
Some of our biggest changes occurred during the middle school years, and our health department has spent the past 4 years guiding and exploring the changes with our 8th graders. They've completed activities on body systems, group projects on healthy ways to deal with stress and anxiety, and set students up with strategies for healthy alternative habits to carry on into adulthood. Our health department is made up of Mrs. Tarnas and Mr. Lawrence, and will now present the Health Excellence Awards. This year's health awards are presented to students who showed a passion and understanding for health. Each student selected was diligent in their work, brought enthusiasm to the class, and thrived for a deeper understanding of the health curriculum. These students advocated for the importance of health topics covered, excelled in class above expectation, and were a pleasure to have in the classroom. We wish the best, and they will be missed. This year's Health Excellence Awards go to Michael Barry and Allison Pisa. Learning a foreign language takes dedication, a growth mindset, and a lot of repetition. Our world language teachers have provided students with engaging opportunities to learn about the Spanish and French cultures while guiding the students through their understanding of the Spanish and French languages. Students have explored these subjects through conversations in class, reading authentic texts written in the target language, and listening to native-speaking audio-video clips as students mastered these language skills. Our world language department is made up of Mrs. DeGray, Mr. Montero, Mrs. Marquis, Mrs. Osorio, and Ms. Metcalf. We will now present the World Language Excellence Academic Awards. This has been a very interesting year, to say the least, and despite all the additional challenges it has presented, many students have shown incredible hard work and passion for learning a world language. It is always difficult to select just a few students to recognize, but it's even more challenging this year, given the perseverance of so many. However, the World Language Department is thrilled to recognize the work of 3 phenomenal individuals. These dynamic students consistently go above and beyond to excel academically, improve their language skills, and expand their cultural knowledge. These students understand that world language is more than just a class. It is the key to a new way of communicating and connecting to the world. For these reasons, we are proud to present the World Language Awards for Spanish to Abigail Stratton and Michaela Durant. And then we'll do French. Yeah. And the World Language Award for French goes to Morgan Stone. Some of the best memories students talk about are had in the gymnasium and outdoor fields during gym class. Over the past 4 years, students have been able to shift from the younger games and elementary skills to the more advanced gameplay of various team sports and personal lifelong fitness. Our phys ed staff has challenged the students to push themselves to the next step in their personal fitness and athleticism while balancing classes with a stress-free, fun environment. There are 2 awards to be presented to the physical education from the Physical Education Department today. The first award is our Award for Excellence in Physical Education. This award is given to a student who shows a love of activity, always gives their best effort, and participates with enthusiasm in all activities. Most importantly, this student always showed a respectful attitude towards their teachers and their classmates. We're battling the wind. The Physical Education Department is pleased to present this award to Ala Othman. The second award to be presented is our Scholar Athlete Award. This award is presented to a student who performs at the highest level in the classroom while also performing in athletics. The student also demonstrates leadership and a positive attitude. We are proud to present this award to Amelia Griffin. Our next awards will come from the Team B teachers and their respected subjects that they teach. We'll begin with ELA, then math, followed by science and social studies. After the subject-specific awards, the team will hand out the Team B team-based recognition awards. Without further ado, the Team B teachers. I guess I'm going.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mr. Warnarski, Team B English teacher. This student loves words, loves learning words, loves reading words, especially loves writing words. You've heard the expression, someone always has their nose in a book. That refers to reading, right? Well, for this student, that expression refers to writing. This student was always working on some fiction, whether it was big concepts like plot or smaller concepts like formatting dialogue. This student just kept writing and revising, writing and revising. That's in addition to all the other strengths displayed in class, whether it was vocab, grammar, reading, or being curious and being involved. Or adding to a teacher's game slideshow that went from 40 slides to more than 100 slides. The winner of the ELA award for Team B is Lucy Wagner. Surprise, surprise. Hello again. An ELA teacher giving a math award. Is that an example of irony? If so, which one? Anyway, this student excelled in math all year. In addition to being very bright, this student was very thorough and extremely meticulous with work and numbers and formulas, which is needed in math class. The most important quality that this student showed consistently was an overwhelming pride in math, whatever the assignment. The winner of the math award goes to Kara Nashino.
Do I move this at all? No. Oh, okay, sorry. Let me just get this up. It's on my, go in tech. So I'm Miss D'Ambrosio. I'm the science teacher for Team B. And as everybody's mentioned, it's always hard to choose just one student who demonstrates like various things we're looking for, like consistency, respect. For me, general interest in science is nice, and overall good behavior. Many Team B students fit this description, particularly this year. But this particular student that I'd like to recognize has been consistent since the first time I met them in September. Some of her qualities include always prepared for class, turns in assignments on time, always respectful of her teachers and her peers, responsible, courteous, able to help others with assignments and instructions, just an overall stellar student. I can't remember a time I've had to speak to this student to get back on task. Science seems to come pretty naturally to this student, and she's been able to maintain one of the highest averages on team. It's been a pleasure teaching you. Addison Butlin, come on up.
Hi everybody, I'm Mr. Terrio and I'm going to be presenting the Team B Social Studies Award. The Social Studies Award goes to the student who has shown outstanding knowledge in the study of government and civics this year. It's evaluated by their projects, their homework, their quizzes, their tests. But in social studies, the most important evaluation is class discussion. In class discussion, it is important to learn because it helps the students process the information rather than simply just receive it. Discussion requires different skills. The goal of class discussion is to get students to practice thinking about the course material. The person receiving the Social Studies Award this year has consistently contributed to class discussions by asking clarifying questions or giving a high-level comment. This person, the person receiving this award, liked to participate so much that they would sometimes start to raise their hand even before they had their question or answer formulated, and then put their hand down. It confused me a lot. This person was a very active participant in B Team government, which being voted for by their peers to represent their class in the B Team Congress. I proudly present the Social Studies Award to Max Scobie.
All right, a few more awards. This first award is a team award. It is for team spirit. Sometimes it's hard to choose a student for Team Spirit Award. You know, it's not always cool as a young teen to show enthusiasm or passion. But this year was really easy. This student always had a smile on their face, always a positive attitude, always walked into class with a bounce in their step. This student got heavily involved with events during our 2 Spirit Weeks, as well as various holidays. In fact, This student alone was responsible for boosting Amazon stock a tad because of what they ordered for Valentine's Day or St. Patrick's Day. The winner of the Team Spirit Award is Michael Berry.
So another important award is for most consistent effort. As teachers, we are always demanding the best from our students. And when we get it, we are thrilled. But when we get a student's best effort every time, no lapses, no excuses, that's something special. Just like this student. The winner for most consistent effort, Lucy Wagner.
The final award for Team B is for most conscientious learner. Conscientious means letting your inner sense of what is right govern over your actions. All year long, the student let their conscience speak loudly and clearly. And the student also, through their actions, made sure everyone else around them was aware of right and wrong, which the world definitely needs more of. Plus, if you've ever seen the student's handwriting, you would know just how truly conscientious they are. The winner of the Most Conscientious Learner Award for Team B is Allie Pisa.
Okay, each year, the 8th grade Moving On ceremony, we present 4 prestigious awards named after individuals who have made a lasting impact on our school and community. Each of these awards are represented by plaques in our school, and this year's recipients will have their names forever etched on them. These are difficult decisions to make each year because so many of our 8th graders have demonstrated the qualities of each of these awards and honored the lives of the 4 individuals for whom the award is named after. The first award to be presented is the Villardo Award. Lance Corporal Anthony Villardo was a graduate of Wakefield High School who went on to serve in the Marine Corps. In March of 1966, he became the first casualty of the Vietnam War from our community of Wakefield. He was 21 years of age when he lost his life serving our country. The Anthony Villardo Award is given to a student who has demonstrated outstanding citizenship and has made selfless contributions to our school. This award symbolizes our core values of integrity, serving our community, and personal excellence. We also had an opportunity at the Washington, D.C. trip to look at the Vietnam Memorial wall, and we were able to etch Lance Corporal Anthony Villardo's name, and then we frame it, and then we give it to the recipient every year. So the recipient will be receiving that. This recipient was new to the Galvin this year. You'd never know it. The student made countless friends. They joined and excelled in many clubs. The student was a leader in all of the classes. And even with all that, and all the challenges of a new school as an 8th grader, this student demanded of herself high expectations in regards to grades. The student met those expectations and beyond. Just an incredible example of embracing and excelling as a Galvin student and Wakefield citizen. And this year's Villardo Award is presented to Ala Othman. Our next award is the Stephen J. Turner Award, and traditionally, Stephen's wife, Diane, is here to present with us. And she's here again. We're super excited. So Diane, can you come on up? Steve Turner was a beloved member of the Galvin Middle School faculty. He worked with students who faced significant challenges in their lives. Steve fiercely advocated for and never gave up on these students. He helped students overcome obstacles and grow into mature, poised, and resilient young people. To see the growth these students made from Steve's guidance was truly remarkable. He was a mentor, a coach, a teacher, and trusted adult to countless students, including those that he didn't teach. I didn't have Steve, but I knew who Mr. Turner was when I was a student at Galvin. Steve unfortunately lost his battle with cancer in March of 2001 at the age of 49. As a tribute to the lasting impact Steve made on the Galvin, the rock wall in our gym was proudly named after him. When we opened the new Galvin a few years ago now, our staff did not rest until the rock wall sign came along with it. It was a testament to the impact that Steve had on his colleagues. The Stephen J. Turner Award is given each year to a student who has demonstrated exceptional growth and achievement while overcoming various obstacles. This particular student receiving it from Team B is very conscientious. The student has a tremendous work ethic and always smiling, always optimistic, and an absolute pleasure to have in the class. The student embodies eye care and the kind of student teachers want more of. We are super proud to present the Turner Award, along with Ms. Turner, to Abigail Gomes. The next award is given to honor Dr. Paula Mullen, who spent 25 years working for the Wakefield Public Schools as an athletic director, an assistant principal, and then the principal of the Galvin Middle School. Dr. Mullen was a mentor and an inspiration to so many during her impressive career. Many of us here at the Galvin had the privilege to serve the students of Wakefield under her leadership and had the great fortune to learn so much from her in such a short time. Dr. Mullen battled cancer for many years, and because of her never give up spirit and fight, she continued to defy the odds and lead the Galvin Middle School for many years. She was first and foremost an advocate of students, but she had a special place in her heart for the underdog, students who maintained a positive attitude and determination despite facing difficult challenges, students who never gave up despite their circumstances. The Paula Mullen Spirit Award is given each year to a student who demonstrates this type of spirit, perseverance, and a positive attitude. The Team B student literally is the first student to arrive in every class, every time. The student is very thorough in every class and with every assignment. From the start of class all the way to the finish, the student is always engaged and always being productive. Students attentive, curious, witty, clever, and smart. The student grasps concept immediately and makes them his own. His love of school, learning, and classmates is stellar. Actually, beyond stellar. And the student was a huge hit at our past dances and on the boat. This year, yeah, everyone knows, this year's Mullen Award goes to Nikki Qatar. And our last award is the John Rogers Galvin Award. General Galvin grew up in Wakefield on Pleasant Street. And after graduating from Wakefield High School in 1947, he served in the Massachusetts Army National Guard before being accepted into West Point. General Galvin rose through the ranks in the United States Army to become a prestigious 4-star general. In the history of the United States Army, there have only been 232 4-star generals, dating back to the very first 4-star general, George Washington, who we learned at the Washington trip is actually now a 5-star general. It's a little fun fact. Okay. In addition to his brilliant military career, General Galvin also had an equally impressive academic career. He was an accomplished writer, author, and professor, and he earned a master's degree in English from Columbia University. Later on, he taught English literature and writing at West Point for 3 years and authored 4 books that are on display in our school lobby. Before passing away, General John Rogers Galvin spoke about our school being named after him, saying, "I'm honored and grateful to have the Galvin Middle School named for me. I'm a product of the Wakefield public school system. The friendships and values I acquired there have sustained me through my life and career. I hope that every student who passes through Galvin Middle School will be inspired and educated to, in the words of the great Army slogan, be all you can be." General Galvin passed away in September of 2015 at the age of 86, and his final resting place is at Arlington National Cemetery in Washington, D.C., which we had the honor of seeing and laying a wreath at his gravesite this year. The student being recognized with the Galvin Rogers Award has had A+ or A's, nothing less, for the 4 years here at the Galvin Middle School. The student is actually the top when we printed out our GPA for the 8th grade class. We are super proud and privileged to give the 4-star General Award to Addison Butlin. We may be a few minutes over. It'll be close. All right. Are we ready, 8th graders? This is it. This is it. So I will read 10 students at a time. They will stand up when your name is called. And then once the last person is called, please make your way on up to receive your certificate from Mrs. Hammer and Mrs. Webb. Parents will have an opportunity at that time to take pictures, and then they will make their way back to their seats. Rashid, you ready? It starts with you. We get this. You and I, we get this. All right, here we go. Rashid Alame, Michael Barry, Adam Bedrosian, Sophia Brown, Samantha Brudnick, Addison Butlin, Ava Cable, Megan Carey, Yasir Shawiak, Eric Cohen. And wait, just wait, Rashid, wait. All right, we have to do a picture. We have to do a picture. I know you don't want to, but we have to. All right, we'll just wait here for a nice little photo op. All right, Rashid, you can lead him back. Alexander Colarusso, Zach D'Angelo, Devin DeBardinas, Kyler Dennison, Brendia Diaz, Riley Downey, Michaela Durant, Tessa Dwarica, Cassidy Ettinger, Ethan Faulkner. Or don't smile. Nice little picture up. All right, Alex, lead him back. Alex, go get to the right. William Forbes, Caleb Fowler, Shaylin Franciscelli, Talia Gilligan, Abigail Gomes, Victoria Grace, Amelia Griffin, Ian Harding, Abigail Hardigan, Gianna Higgins. Well done. Nice little photo op. All right. Lead them on back. Nope. Gotta go that way, dude. That way. Nope. Hey, Will. Yep, walk all the way down. It's okay, walk all the way down. It's okay however you sit, just go on in. It's okay now. The hard part was over. Will you make sure you guide them around after? All right. Kevin Hill, Aaron Hiltner, Olivia Holland, Wesley Hollanden, Joshua Hubert, William Udis, Morgan Jackson, Carter Jefferson, Nicholas Guitar, Matthew Keefe. Nice little photo op here. All right, Kevin, lead us back. Maya Kenny, Mia Kenny, Isabella Lafrada, Abigail Lannon, Drew LeBlanc, Gray Leon, Angelina Martinez, Dylan McDermott, Rory McNeil, Isaac Mello. Okay. Nice little photo op. All right, Maya, you can lead us. Isabella Murley, Colin Morris, Karen Nishino, Michelle Olson, Cameron Olson, Ala Othman, Gabriel Padilla, Ryan Page, Maya Palick, Sophia Panaghetti. Nice job. Great job, buddy. Great job. Another nice little photo op. All right, Isabella, lead him back. Maximilian Partica, Walter Paz, Riley Peltier, Jack Pinocchia, Allison Pisa, Melina Portel, Hadi Qureshi, Danielle Rebele, Abigail Richardson, Jason Rosenberger. Let that chain show. Let that chain show. Let it breathe. Nice little photo op. All right, Max, lead us back. Max, no, Max. There you go, Max. Sam Racino, Ryan Santos, Charles Solari, Jack Simino, Max Scobie, Joseph Scourin, Chrysula Sofranis, Lucy Spry, Joseph Stanislasic, Morgan Stone. Nice job, well done. Ryan, well done. Another little photo op. All right, Sam, lead us back. Abigail Stratton, Victoria Sullivan, Alex Tracy, Lucy Wagner, Nicholas Walczewski, Brady Walsh, Joshua Wickwire, Vitaly Zalazetsky. Nice job, guys. Well done. Great job. Nice job, buddy. A little photo op. All right, Abigail, lead us back.
Congratulations to all of our 8th graders. We are so proud of you and everything that you've done over the past 4 years. I was just getting to know you guys as 6th graders in 2019, 2020 when, school shut down and all. And I don't know if you remember, but I was the person in charge, the administrator in charge of the 6th grade contests. Name that song, answer the puzzle questions, and you guys sent me emails all day long while I was locked in my basement doing Zooms with teachers and trying to stay sane, and you and some of your parents sent me emails, and I want to let you know you made my day. Every day I got emails from kids saying little things like, well, one, the answer to the song question is, but also you asked me questions, how are you doing, or have a great day, and I'm telling you that because I think it's really important for you to remember that even the smallest thing can have a big impact on someone. And those small little emails that you sent me had a huge impact and helped me get through March, April, May, and June of 2020 when I was trying to be an assistant principal for the first time. And I really do appreciate each and every one of you that did that. And I appreciate the parents who participated in those little contests as well. It was lots of fun. We almost beat Mr. Colantoni. A couple times we beat him, but he was usually the winner. The other thing I need you guys to remember is that no matter where you're going, no matter what your plan is for next year, you are ready. You are more than ready to move on and meet that challenge, and we are super, super proud of you. And because it is, Wednesday, I thought I would do a pun because, one last pun for old time's sake. So I thought about trying to make a pencil with erasers at both ends, but realized there'd be no point. They do love a pun, or at least I love a pun. One last time, as 8th graders, before you move on, do the right thing, take care of one another, don't ever forget that. And just before we dismiss, we are asking that all the students and families, you're gonna go to the front of the building and we'll have the kids exit out starting with the front. So thank you and congratulations.